Yeah, give me a sec.
I'll just wait for it to show up.
And we're live. Go ahead, John. You got record. All right. So we are live. I actually have started recording as well. We're good to go there. Hello, everybody. The sports nerds are once again live and in charge of your home PC experience. What's going on, folks? How are we doing? John, congratulations on your win today.
I'm doing fantastic.
Yes.
Fine and dandy.
Yes, I kind of
Fine and dandy.
Yes, you had a great day today, John.
I had a pretty stressful day.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't say it was great. I would say it was more. Why isn't Ken? There he is. I was going to say, why isn't Ken showing up on the stream? But there he is.
Should be.
Yeah, you're good. It was just a little. Anyways. Hello, interwebs.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, interwebs.
There we go.
Yeah, you're good. Everything is good. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team.
We have no audience yet, but.
All right, we are live on 4 sites: Facebook, Twitch, Periscope, and of course, Vim.
Hello, Vim.
Hello, Vim.
We're not doing the YouTube anymore?
No, we're not doing YouTube anymore.
Okay.
Nope.
The YouTubes.
YouTube is just, there's not enough. Hey, Brett, how you doing?
Brett.
Hi, Brett.
How you doing, Murph?
Anyways, what's going on?
The Browns suck. That's all I got to say.
Okay, so we're going to start brownies? Let's start with the brownies.
Actually, let's go. Let's start. Well, let's go ahead.
No.
Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and start brownies. We can do that.
Yeah, let's start brownies. I get warmed up for this one.
I have been whining and bitching and moaning and complaining about the Browns defense all season long, despite the fact going into today's game, they were 5-2. The defense is like a friggin' Swiss. It's like Swiss cheese. That's how many holes it has into it today. And today proved it because the Raiders, in the wind and the sleet and the hail and the rain and the snow, whatever was going on in Cleveland today, was like a friggin' day after tomorrow kind of storm, I guess you could say. You know what I'm saying? They let the Raiders, they only had 6 drives total the entire game. The Raiders held the ball for 38 minutes. Okay.
Wow.
2 long ass drives in the fourth and coming into the second half. The defense couldn't stop anybody today. Combine that with the fact that our receiving core dropped at least 6 or 7 balls that were right in their hands, including John's favorite player, number 80.
Oh, yeah. He's my all-time.
He dropped 3 balls today. Today was not on Baker. Today was all on defense and the receivers dropping balls. I mean, Baker didn't have the yardage because people weren't catching the balls he was throwing, but he didn't give up an interception. He had a pretty decent game otherwise. And of course, Myles Garrett went down with a knee injury. He played sporadically after he went down in the first quarter or whatever it was.
I'd like to hear that. Jen's
over on Periscope. How about that?
Yeah, she was wondering why I didn't show up on Facebook, but she's here. She's on Facebook now, so it's all good.
It's the first person who's actually typed into one of our shows in Periscope. Thank you, Jen, for being the first.
There you go.
See? But it was bad. Browns going to the bye 5-3. I'm still pleased with that record, despite the fact they crapped the bed today against a team that they should have beaten. But Myles Garrett tweaked the knee, so he's gonna get an MRI tomorrow. So we'll see how that's gonna affect him. But they're going into the bye. They're gonna get healthy. We might get Nick Chubb back. We're gonna get our tight end. We're gonna get Austin Hooper back after his appendicitis. And hopefully we can shore up some little things in the defense. I'm not optimistic about this defense because you can only do so much with the players you got, and this defense has two great players, and the rest of them are just names and numbers. It's all I have as far as I'm concerned. So we're 5-3. It is what it is. I don't know what else to say. We got Texans coming out of the bye, so we'll see what happens. John, you had a good day.
Well,
you
so
have
that's it? Like, really? Like,
that's all I got to say. That's all my rant is. I mean,
Really?
just that defense. That's it. It was just terrible. It was so bad. Red zone only probably showed the Browns and Raiders 5 or 6 times today. That's how bad that game was. It was just awful. Oh, God. Just terrible. So, John, I want to congratulate you on breaking the streak. Your Buffalo Bills on breaking the New England Patriots streak.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to. It went down to the wire. Last 30 seconds of the game.
Yeah.
It wasn't pretty, but it's a win.
Okay.
Here we go.
All week, I heard, the Bills are going to destroy the Patriots, and the Patriots don't have anybody, and Stephon Gilmore is not going to play, and Edelman had surgery, and I've heard this stuff for 20 years.
Yes.
Okay. I've heard how Buffalo should win this, or Buffalo has a chance, or Buffalo. Every single time in 2 decades that Bill Belichick has brought that stupid sweater to Orchard Park, they have owned Buffalo. Regardless. Okay, yeah, Tom Brady, who I consider the GOAT now because he's not in New England. But it's just they've had the Bills' number, right? I mean, it's always like everybody playing the Yankees or the Red Sox. It's like the evil empire.
Yes.
It's like they're good and they're annoyingly good, and they've just been so good for so long. It's just like all week I was just like, I don't know. I knew the weather was going to be lousy. Josh Allen hasn't taken that step that he did in the first 4 weeks that everybody said he was going to be MVP caliber.
Right.
It's like the defense looks great, and then it looks horrible. The offense looks fantastic, and they can just run down the field, and then at times they can't get 3 yards. So it's like I was kind of like cautious optimist kind of thing this week.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I was like, on paper, yeah, we should, but it's the Belichick teams. I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
Of course, just like it played out, Cam starts doing Cam things.
Yep.
Marching down the field. We can't. I think there was this 3rd and 10, and first of all, I don't know why AJ Klein is on our team. For the love of everything that's good in the world, we need linebacker help more than I need $1 million. I mean, that's how bad the linebacker core has played this year. Like, Matt Milano is fantastic, but when he's hurt, he's out for a couple of weeks, and he never seems to be there. Tremaine Edmonds has been but oh my gosh, AJ Klein could have tackled like 15 plays this game, and he just it's like slow motion watching him try to grab someone. It was just It was utterly frustrating.
Yeah.
But and then the Josh Allen thing, it's so weird because that interception that he threw was that was just a mix-up, because if he threw it to the way that Stephon Diggs ran the route, that's first down, completely different. The game could have been blown open. You never know, right? You'll never know. So that's just a screw up, whatever. He played whatever. He would run the offense, and the running game was finally there after weeks and weeks and weeks of just give Singletary and give Moss the ball. Just let them run, and they were carving up. Man, the Patriots could not stop the run, which was great, which is wonderful, fantastic. But I'm ranting, bro. I was screaming at I was just like, oh, you
quiet in the chat room today. You were quiet in the chat room today. So
no, because I was just like because it was utterly frustrating, because it's like one week the offense is great, the defense sucks. 1 week the defense is great and the offense sucks.
Yeah.
Today it was like both of them kind of sucked. But holy crap, man. Zimmer with that punch out at the end of the game, the fumble recovery, and it was just like, I've been on Bills Twitter the entire afternoon, and it's just like, welcome to being a Bills fan. Yeah. I mean, it's a heart attack, and the games that they're supposed to win and blow out, they just squeak by with So at the end of the day, it's a win.
Yes,
we're 6-2.
Bottom line.
we're 6-2, man. I mean, we have not lost to the AFC East yet this year, which is great. It's fantastic. We're wonderful, fantastic. We should win the division. Everything is beautiful. But man, like, dude, like,
Nosey's just blasting you in the chat, by the way. You don't see it.
2-game lead.
Yeah, I'm not even paying attention to Nosy. Sorry, what's that? What do you say?
Is that a 2-game lead now or a 3?
Yeah, well, see, because Miami won.
Miami beat the Rams today.
Like, beat the Rams. Like,
hey, Jamal, good to see you, bud.
Yeah, I love you, Nosy. I really do. This is the text message I get right after the game. You know,
from
my kid.
Okay.
Never a dull moment with the Bills, huh? That's what being a Bills fan is. Like, this is why it's like I was taking the Robert Arnold approach to this year.
God.
Like, just if we win, great, but I ain't gonna get too high. So this week, I wasn't too high going into the game.
Yeah,
I was almost prepping myself for a loss.
You were preparing yourself to lose the game because you I mean, even on Facebook and Twitter, you were downplaying it. Said all this talk of the game, they're probably going to get blown out of their own building. But because you were preparing yourself to have the same result, different day. Basically, is what you were trying, which is what you were setting yourself up for.
Yeah, I was trying.
And it was close because they were driving down the field deep into your territory when that fumble happened with about 30 seconds to play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was like that. It was
like
a
all over again.
Well, this was the AJ Klein thing. Like, he totally missed the tackle, and it was just utterly frustrating watching this guy trying to like stop anything. Like, So they got this 3rd and 10. They were in like field goal position, and I'm sitting there going, oh crap. Well, maybe we'll win the toss, and Josh can march down the field in overtime and win it. The defense did not show up at all, but they did on the last play. And that is why there's some freaking gems on our defense. It's just like, holy moly, can we just like string together? I don't care if we lose. It's how we like. I really didn't mind losing to Kansas City. The Tennessee game was kind of like, yeah, but the Kansas City game, the defense played pretty good.
Yeah,
we executed the game plan.
Well, and in the Tennessee game, they lose to they kick the crap out of you on their game, and then turn around and lose to Cincinnati today. I mean,
and they lost to the Bengals today, right?
Yeah.
So it's like any given Sunday, man. You never know. So if you don't just except if you're the Jets. I mean, let's be honest. The Jets aren't going to be
the Jets, so
right. But any other team, like I never once said, "Oh, we're going to beat the Patriots. We're going to destroy that." Never, because I know.
You still have anxiety going into those games because of the history and because it's an important game.
Level.
It's an important game. It's a division game. You've never, you've lost like 8 straight to them or something like that too.
Yeah,
and it's
great. We won it. It's done. I love watching the post games, man, because Sean McDermott's talking to the team, and he's like, "Look, we got to play them again," and that's the nugget. The nugget is like, we got the win, great, but we still gotta beat the teams we're supposed to beat, right?
Like,
we got Seattle and freaking San Francisco coming up. In the next little bit. So it's like, those are going to be moments, we've got to beat the teams that we're supposed to beat. I never thought we were going to run the tables on them like everybody else was.
Right.
So we got a dub, throw up the dubs. We're good. Big shout out to Zimmer for knocking that ball out of Cam, man. I almost feel bad for Cam, but now he's a Patriot, so I really don't. I really I liked Cam Newton. I enjoyed watching him play ball for the past decade, and like I feel for him, but I don't, because he's a Patriot now. So as soon as he gets cut and signs with another team, I'll like him again.
Yeah.
But right now, dude, here's the thing. We'll flip it. Still talking Bills Patriots, but flipping it. Dude, what do the Patriots do, man? They're 2-6.
Yeah.
Or 2-5.
It's the first time the Patriots have been this far below 500 since I think I read 1993 or 94.
Stephon Gilmore didn't travel with the team. They're going to unload him. They'll probably get a first or a second round for him.
We could use him in Cleveland, to be honest. Gilmore, yeah.
Dude, people were saying bring him back to Buffalo. I said, no, thank you. I'm good.
Well, we could use his leadership and his experience in Cleveland, if nothing else, to help the young corners and safeties that we got in Cleveland. Dude, because that secondary in Cleveland is just nobody can cover anybody. I mean, Jesus, it's ugly. It's ugly. So I mean, we can't. I mean, we couldn't get the Raiders off the freaking field today, and that's what sucked. We could not get them off the field.
This is the thing. This is the thing, and this is I'm world's smallest violin here for you because you were playing against the Raiders who have some weapons. This kid named Jacobs, I don't know if you heard of him.
Yeah.
He's kind of good at that whole running back thing he does.
Yes, yeah. And so in their tight end that's broken.
And no one's better on the check down than freaking Derek Carr.
Yeah, well, the weather conditions were such you couldn't throw the ball more than 10 or 15 yards in the air.
But that's all he does.
Yeah,
that's all he's ever done.
Did you see that first field goal that Oakland tried?
I apologize. Like, this is the thing with the 1 o'clock games. If the Bills are playing, I don't do the red zone. I'll do red zone at the 4:20 games.
Yeah.
But Bills is like I'll sit through the stupid commercials, man. I don't miss a snap.
I haven't seen any highlights either. So
yeah, and I get the little updates at the bottom of the CBS feed and stuff, and I saw it was like 13-13 or 6-6 or something, and then I didn't see a single highlight, man.
16-6.
Sorry.
Yeah, the first field goal that they tried with 50-mile-an-hour gust coming off the lake.
Oh yes.
And it took a 90-degree turn as it
I saw that.
Approached.
Yes,
it took a 90-degree turn in that wind. And it was just, oh my God, how are we going to do this today? So
I saw that. I remember that.
They couldn't throw the ball any more than 10 or 15 yards downfield because the wind would change the direction of the ball. So, but Derek Carr kills you with them dink and dunk balls the whole time. All day long, he'll kill you. Yes,
dude. That's why he has like a 70,000% completion rate because he just does the check down, little 5 to 10 yard dish offs.
Correct.
It's effective. Whatever. I don't. Again, I have no hatred towards the Raiders.
Right.
I don't. There's.
Well, their former CEO is a really good follow on Twitter. Amy, what's her face? Amy. God, I can't think of her name. My brain's not working. But she does the pregame show on CBS Sports Network as well.
Nice.
She used to be the former CEO of the Raiders under Al Davis, and she's a good follow.
I think I know who you're talking about. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about too. As soon as you say,
hang on a second.
Does he really need to find
you
out or something?
Gotta love Lake Effects ball games.
Amy Trask is her name. Amy
That's
Trask.
it. Trask.
Yeah.
That was it, Ken.
It's really good.
Yeah, the lake effect games, and this is the Buffalo thing was supposed to be rainy and wet and snowing.
Yeah.
It ended up in the halftime. It was still windy, but it ended up being sunny, which was Buffalo.
At one point in time they had rain, sleet, and snow going on at the same time during this game today.
Right. Yeah.
The weather was horrible, just horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And I guess that's what you get in November football, right? You never know, especially these, the Rust Belt teams. They got to deal with it.
So
yeah, it
is what it is.
When they were in the old Muni Stadium, the old mistake by the lake, they used to call it. It was brutal because the opening was on the west side of the stadium, and that wind would come right in off the lake, right inside that opening, and screw everything up. So because the stadium was in the form of a C, they built it so it was a C to show up for Cleveland, and that west end where the downtown was, that's where the wind would come in and just. It would swirl inside that stadium and just screw everything up. So, not so much with this one because it's not really that same formation, but still, it's so bad when you're playing in Cleveland. Some of the worst weather in the U.S. when that lake effect is going on. So, but yeah, I mean, John, kudos to you guys. You eked out the win. You broke
man. It's a dub, and the best thing is we're 6-2. We got some tough schedule. We got the third toughest schedule, in the league left.
Compared to the Browns, they got a really easy schedule going forward.
Yeah, Browns got an easy one, right? So it is what it is. I'll take the dub. I'm not going to get high on it, even if it is the Pats and we get to beat it.
Yeah,
beat the Pats like that. It's nice to do that. It would have been. It's always sweeter if Tom was still around, but I'll take it.
Right.
It is what it is, man. We got to win. Good for us. Keep going. Josh needs to get better. The defense needs to get better. And my gosh, for trade deadline, please, for the love of everything that's good, see if you can get a bag of jock straps for AJ Klein on the trade market.
Yeah, the trade deadline is Thursday. It's the 4th.
Yeah,
Wednesday, the 4th.
Yeah. So, Jamal says,
Jamal asking about tonight's game. Kenny, who do you think is going to win tonight? Eagles or Cowboys?
I actually did pick the Eagles.
Yes, the Eagles.
It's in Philly, right?
Eagles,
it's
it's in Philly,
in
yes,
Philly,
and it's
yeah.
going to be freezing cold,
Yeah.
and we never play worth a flip in
Jamal,
cold weather.
you need to get one of those support dogs like Michael Irvin has, and just
Oh yeah,
whittle away the rest of your season because it's.
I showed you the new Cowboys
Hi, Janelle.
mascot, didn't I?
Yeah, and you got a rookie
mascot,
starting tonight too.
Mm-hmm. Danucci
Yeah, Danucci's starting tonight.
from James Madison.
Janelle, the football is never over.
Correct.
That's why we have the NFL Network, so we can learn about who's getting drafted in, February. It's great. I love football.
Actually, I have the Eagles winning something like 24-17.
Yeah, I think
someone's going to score 20. You think someone's going to score 24 points tonight? Really? You really think one of the teams is going to score 24 points tonight?
Well, the Eagles will. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the Eagles.
Oh, dude, the Dallas Cowboys defense isn't that good. Just in case you wanted to.
No. Oh yeah. Hello. We played them. We know we did not very good. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That day, your secondary looked like world beaters.
Yeah. Brett's asked this question twice. You want to know what happened?
What happened to Green Bay? Dalvin Cook happened to Green Bay. That's what happened.
Yes, 4 touchdowns.
I got a rant about that too.
Yes, four touchdowns for Dalvin Cook today. The first Viking to do it since Chuck Foreman and Ahmad Rashad in the 70s.
Ahmad Rashad.
79.
Yes.
Dude,
Dalvin Cook is a grown ass man.
Dude, can I tell you my story about
Go
Dalvin
ahead, go ahead with your story.
I'm just full of stories tonight. I hope everybody's okay with my stories. He was a rookie. And I actually, scary thought, when they drafted him, I kind of looked into him and watched highlights and kind of got to know who no reason other than fantasy football. Right. I have nothing to do with the Vikings, could care less.
What college did you go to?
I have no idea.
Florida State.
Well, I thought it was Florida State, yeah.
That's it, yes. I knew it was someone down south. I just couldn't remember. Anyway, I watched this guy in highlights, and I watched this guy when he got drafted, and I was like, I'm going to target him in fantasy football because he was second round pick, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Right? You second round pick. Everybody in fantasy football was kind of like, yeah, he's good. He's going to be good. And they let him slip and they let him slide. I think I picked him up in like the 3rd or 4th round that first year. Right?
Oh.
And he went off. His rookie season, he went off. And then he got hurt. Right?
Right.
And I was always like, I saw what he did that rookie season. So every single season since he's been drafted, he is the guy I target all the time in fantasy football.
Yeah. If
he's on the board, because he's first round pick all the time now, I grab him.
Right.
So I got him first round this year. And one of my best friends in the world has been harassing me since day one, especially when he got hurt, to trade for him. I said, I don't think you understand Dalvin Cook. I understand Dalvin Cook. Like you said, he is a grown man.
Ooh, John censored himself. Holy cow.
I censored myself. That dude does everything right. I don't think there's any weakness in his game. I truly believe that. I think he is a million times better than Zeke. Sorry, Ken.
At this point, for this year he is because he can't hang on to the ball this year. So
I love his game, bro. I love watching how he plays, and I will never trade him. And this guy tried to trade me Russell Wilson and Devontae Adams and a whole bunch of other guys together to package to get Dalvin from me. I said, not happening, man. I love Dalvin.
Dalvin Cook kept Kirk Cousins from making mistakes today.
Yes.
Okay.
Dalvin
Cook ran a shot over that Packers defense and did not look back. I mean,
he made them look silly.
He was. I mean, the offensive line were making holes as big as the Grand Canyon for him today. It was just amazing to watch. It really was. I mean, Zimmer committed to the running game today, and it worked. It worked big time. Cook got 4 touchdowns. I think he had close to 200 yards, if not more than 200 yards.
Oh, he had well over 200.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I'll tell you his stat line right now. I got it right here. You ready for this? 163 rushing yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, 63 receiving yards, 1 receiving touchdown.
So over 200 total yards from offense. Okay.
Over 200 yards of 200 and what was that 26?
Yeah.
226.
Yeah.
From scrimmage.
Yeah. Like that.
Dude
I
is
knew
a
it was well
beast,
over
man.
$2.
It was, what did Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers do right or wrong? I mean, it's Dalvin Cook went off.
Well, they got down 2 touchdowns, and they had to abandon their running game and go to the passing game, and the Vikings defense was managed to keep them in check. They couldn't score, so they ended up losing.
Did you see the way the wind was blowing at Lambeau today?
Yeah, it was crazy there too. I mean, Minnesota won 28-22, but it wasn't that close.
Yeah.
A lot of Rodgers passes were getting caught in the wind and just blown everywhere.
Yeah, I've seen that because it was just. I mean, it was almost as bad as it was in Cleveland, but it was just crazy. Today was November 1st, and the first weather games of the season occurred today. So yes. Brett asks now, are we convinced, like I am, that Joe Burrow can hang even with an iffy team around him? Yes, because Cincinnati put it to Tennessee today, and Joe Burrow was the reason why they put it to him. He had some throws today that veterans can't make sometimes. So yes, Burrow is the real deal.
He is.
I feel lucky that Cleveland was able to beat him twice, so we don't have to see him again the rest of the season. But him and Baker will be going at it for years to come in that division. And Joe Burrow is the real deal. He showed some chutzpah and some veteran leadership today for a rookie in leading that team to beating Tennessee. I mean, it was amazing, just amazing to watch. Which is why I'm glad I have the red zone, because I can see this stuff developing and see the big plays and see what he does. I mean, that one play where he escaped like 3 or 4 tackles and still got positive yards and rushing the ball.
Yeah.
Who does that? Who does that? So, but yeah. Yes, Brett, I do.
Yeah, I do too.
Cincinnati is a big team, is a bad team, but Joe Burrow keeps them in games. They've been in close games the entire year. They just happen to be on the luck, and the bad luck side of the ending, because their defense really is really bad. So,
quick update: going to have bonus football in Soldier Field.
Did they kick it? I got 18 seconds left. So
yeah.
So do I. I got 18 seconds left with them.
Thanks, Ken.
Yeah, thanks for
You're welcome.
Let's talk about Miami, guys. To his first game was for him not very noteworthy.
Under 100 yards, right?
Yeah.
Under 100 yards.
That Miami defense just harassed Goff all day long. He could not get free. And it was amazing, because it was coming up. There were a lot of people talking about it on Twitter about how McVay was putting Goff in empty set after empty set after empty set in the offense, where he didn't have a back there to help block. And Miami kept pressuring all day long. Goff didn't have time. He couldn't go through his progressions, and they just harassed the hell out of him all day long. They got a pick 6 out of it. And it just, the defense, and they actually had a punt return for a touchdown as well at special teams.
Wow.
The Tua did manage to throw his first NFL touchdown. But Miami just put it to the Rams, and the Rams aren't really that bad. I mean, they're probably the third best team in that division right now. But it's just good. John doesn't like it because Miami's in the AFC East, but Miami's the second best team in that division right now, if you can believe it. Miami is definitely the second best team.
I don't care. Yeah, good for Miami. I don't care.
I felt kind of bad for Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I do. I love Ryan.
I do too.
I guess I can see why he did it that way, but Flores was taking a big chance today, and the gamble paid off, obviously. But I kind of feel bad because Fitzpatrick getting Wally pipped without even being hurt.
Yeah, I mean, Fitz was
the best season he's ever had.
Yeah, Fitz was actually one of the main reasons why Miami was doing as well. Doing well, and I feel bad for the guy, but 2 is the future.
He is.
The future.
They drafted him for a reason.
Yep.
Did you just see what happened?
I'm trying to catch what's going on between talking to Ken and the game going on.
Dude, I don't know. Like,
What games are you watching right now?
yeah, that's a touchdown, man.
Yeah, it's a
His butt hit
touchdown.
the ground.
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. One ref said it was incomplete. Yeah, he's got control, but yeah.
He's got a butt cheek down. He's good to go.
Yeah, butt cheek down. He's good.
Yeah.
Dude, like, Denver is going to win this. Are you kidding? Oh, I say that.
After the great, yeah. Speaking of great rookie quarterbacks, Justin Herbert is the real deal.
Herbert is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
You see that dime, they were up
like 21-3 at halftime.
Yeah.
Hey, his butt, man.
Why would he not be in? I don't understand that.
Well, the one ref on the sideline didn't see his rear end hit. It's a touchdown, right? Yeah, of course it's a touchdown.
Touchdown. There it is. Yeah, there's the signal.
Yeah, like that was crazy.
Brett's driving the show tonight because I'm bringing up all his questions.
Sorry, Brett. Sorry.
Yeah, Javon Wims ejected for going off on Saints defensive back Chauncey Gardner. Did you guys see that crap?
He snatched his chain.
Yeah. It was ridiculous.
He tried to throw a punch at a guy wearing a helmet.
Yes.
What are you doing? Hey, listen. Listen, okay? I know I should
tell you who approved that though. That would have been George Hallis.
Yeah, George Hallis would approve it. Yeah. Does anybody in the know the rationale for taking your balled up fist and hitting somebody in the side of the head where they're wearing a friggin' football helmet? What does that accomplish? You're gonna break your freaking hand if you do that shit. What the hell?
I just work here, man.
Well, Wims got ejected like he should have, but hands off to the guy he hit, because the guy just stood there and took it and didn't retaliate back. But the entire Saints team came out and just lambasted the guy afterwards. So
that kind of brings me to my rant.
Oh, you got a rant? I'm sorry, John.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes, Ken, please rant.
I'll preface it with what happened late in the game late in the first half of the Missouri-Florida game yesterday.
The fighting on the field yesterday.
The fight on the field after they late hit the Florida quarterback. Florida players and especially the offensive linemen went after the guy who did it, and they started a bench clearing brawl right before half.
As opposed to last week when Andy Dalton got smashed and his offensive lineman didn't get after him.
Exactly.
Yes.
No one came to his defense, and I'm still puzzled as to why no one came. But let me say this: if that had happened to Dak, you think they would have retaliated?
Yes, I think if it was Dak,
they would have retaliated.
Yeah, if it was Dak,
why they didn't for Andy Dalton, I don't know, but obviously he's not Dak, but still he's earned that much respect. He should have had someone watch his back.
Dalton's been a quarterback in the league for over 10 years. Why wouldn't he have respect just walking into the locker room?
I don't know.
I mean, he was the Bengals starter for over 10 years. Why wouldn't he get that respect? Maybe because he's coming from the Bengals. I don't care.
And
you're a veteran quarterback. You've shown that you've got talent. You can be a leader. It just shows you can. I'm sorry, my opinion is there is no cohesive unit in that locker room. Those guys are not on the same page.
Absolutely not.
They're not going after the same things. It looks like there's a bunch of individuals in that locker room, and they're not playing
45 to 60 individuals.
Yes.
Without as much as the injury list is showing, we're supposed to get Sean Lee back tonight, which I hope is going to be a good thing.
Sean Lee's a walking triage unit every single year, dude.
Yeah.
It's hurt every single year.
I'm hoping he's going to be okay today, and I'm hoping we'll have him and Van Der Esch back there.
Well, him and Van Der Esch are the leaders of that defense, and they need to get those guys together because that defense has been so porous. It's not fun.
Should be Tank Lawrence too, but Tank is in and out. So,
but I mean, what you saw today in Chicago, and what you saw yesterday with Florida and Missouri, is
Yes.
what should have happened last week with
Yes.
Dalton. That's what should have happened. I don't want violence going on, but it's your quarterback. You got to stick up for your quarterback.
do.
And his back. You really
Absolutely, I'm due.
do. Even if it comes to
And,
dejection.
that was ridiculous.
That's what happened in the Chicago game, right?
Yeah. I mean, the Saints just went off on it. They went after Wills.
Yeah. Well, the Saints guy went up to Miller, right, and like
Mm-hmm.
put his fingers in his eye and stuff like that. So dude was just like, protecting his teammate. A little excessive, with snatching chains and trying to throw punches at helmets and stuff. But I mean, that's what I don't know. Like, do you think the coach is going to get really pissed off that he did that?
What, the Bears coach?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because that's not what you do. That's not what you do.
He can get pissed off for the excessive what he did. I don't think he can get pissed off for retaliating, but yeah, for the excess that he did, took the level that he took it to. Yeah, I think he can be.
He swung at him twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twice. Yeah. That's kind of ridiculous right there.
Just a question.
Wims got ejected like he should have, because that was just blatant.
Oh, it's ejectable, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. You take a swing at someone, yeah. But are we going over any other games, or do we just want to talk about our teams and everybody else can like?
No. Well, no. I'm waiting for Brett to just kind of cool down.
Oh, Brett wants to talk about Kansas City, does he? I mean, that's not even a game.
Well, no, we're not going to talk about Kansas City because it wasn't even.
That doesn't count. You played a peewee team.
I mean, come on, 35-9. Are you kidding me? Give me a break. Come on. Yeah. I mean, Mahomes had 5 touchdowns. He was Mahomes. That's all there is to mention. Yeah. Pittsburgh and Baltimore.
Good game
today, supposedly, and it was a good game. It was a really good game. I know, John, you probably didn't see anything, but
probably one of the 3 best games I've seen this year.
The Pittsburgh defense made Lamar Jackson look human.
Yeah.
Because the Ravens offense was very putrid today. I mean, let's look at let's see here. Where is it?
Able to look at the stats for him. Lamar.
Mm-hmm. Pittsburgh wins at 28-24.
I mean, he had 2 fumbles and 2. Oh, wow. Actually, his numbers were pretty lousy.
Yes. I mean, he was
2 interceptions, 2 fumbles.
13-28 for 208 yards. He had 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
And 2 fumbles.
Pick 6 right there in the first series.
Right, that first series, right?
Yeah. And people were blasting Baker for his pick 6 against the Pittsburgh Steelers and calling him a bum. Lamar did the same thing but there's nothing about Lamar, so that's okay. Anyway, that's apples to oranges, but I'm going to push it anyway.
That is extremely concerning to me, is how really good the Steelers defense is.
I mean, he ran 16 times for 65 yards. He did fumble 3 times, lost 2 of them. So the Ravens had 4 turnovers today. Okay. Actually, yeah. Yeah. They had 4 turnovers today, but all of them on Lamar Jackson. That Pittsburgh defense is the best in the NFL right now, guys, in my opinion. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, TJ Watt.
TJ Watt is a monster.
Yeah. And just remember, guys, Minka Fitzpatrick was traded from
Miami to Pittsburgh. Yes.
And people questioned that trade. All the experts.
Lamar Jackson was sacked 4 times today as well. TJ had 1 of those sacks.
He had a couple of pass deflections, I think.
Yeah. But I mean,
hold.
Pittsburgh's 7-0. They're 7-0. And
I think they come here next week or week after next. I'm not looking forward to that.
Let's find out.
I know we've got some AFC North games coming up. I think we've got either the Steelers or the Bengals.
Actually, it's next week, Kenny.
Next week, Steelers.
Yeah, Steelers at Cowboys next Sunday.
Yeah,
it's a late game, so it'll be it's a late game on CBS. and it'll probably be the primary game next week. So yeah. So that's what you got to look forward to next week is that Steelers defense against that rookie quarterback. You're gonna guys are in trouble next week.
Oh yeah, we get to play the Steelers too this year. That's awesome. That's exciting.
Actually, the last time Zeke played against the Steelers, he tore him to pieces. We'll see how that happens, how that goes again. But don't think it's going to happen again. Got a whole different offensive line this time. We are supposed to be getting Martin back today, so that'll be good. Zach Martin.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll help a little.
Yeah, the Ravens and Steelers have a rematch on Thanksgiving night on NBC. So that'll be you guys get to play Washington on Thanksgiving, which is a tradition actually. Thanksgiving should always be Washington Dallas in my eyes because those have always been the great games. Luke Longley that's a Luke Longley game too. Didn't they play the Redskins that game?
Clint Longley, yes.
Clint Longley, yeah.
1970.
You said Luke Longley. Wasn't he a basketball player?
Clint Longley, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Luke Longley was a basketball player, wasn't he?
Yes, he was actually.
Australian, I believe.
Completely useless.
Well, that was Clint Longley. Who the year after that, and during preseason, during training camp, punched out Roger Staubach.
And it was subsequently released from the club. Yes.
Your services are no longer requested.
He was believing too much of his own press, I believe.
Good way to get run out of town.
Yes, you don't punch Roger Staubach, who's like God in Dallas at that point.
That's right. Don't do that. You don't go to charge them out against Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, no, you don't do that either.
Robin Ventura learned that the hard way.
Well,
yes. So, anyway,
we now talk about the Colts and the Lions.
Colts and the Lions.
Where's Nosey's not here now?
21, I believe.
See, Nosey's not here. He's the only Lions fan.
The final was 41-21 Colts.
Yep. After the Lions had cut it to 24-21, didn't they?
Yeah. The Colts scored 21 points in the fourth quarter to win that game. Rivers actually had a really good game. He was 23 of 33 for 262 and 3 touchdowns, no picks, which is amazing for Philip Rivers not having any picks in the game.
Wow. When he doesn't throw a pick, they usually win.
Yes. And Jordan Wilkins, I mean, they had a little over 100 and probably 110, 120 yards rushing altogether. I mean, there was a Lions. I mean, Matthew Stafford was 24 of 42 for 336 and 3 touchdowns and a pick. But I bet a lot of that went in garbage time, like it always is. I mean,
more than likely.
I mean, the Colts outscored on 21-14 in the second half, but it was. Are we going to have a tie in this game? We got 6 minutes to go, and then oh my goodness,
dude! I like Nick Foles is like watching me play quarterback. It's just like
these two teams just absolutely do not like each other. It seems like every time the Bears and Saints get together, something happens, some kind of brawl.
I don't know why they don't play each other very often.
I know exactly. They just
usually it's playoffs.
Yeah. I think it may have something to do with that someone posted some kind of sign at Soldier Field shortly after Katrina saying that the Bears are going to finish the job that Katrina
started
against the Saints, and that kind of set things, I believe. So.
I mean, this was a high scoring, just a track meet of a game, but I mean, Indy broke it open in the second quarter when they went up. They scored 20 unanswered points after the Lions went up 7-0.
Colts defense is still strong too.
The Colts defense is still strong. Yes, I mean yeah, pretty much. Let's see. I mean, the Colts had, I mean, the Lions had no running game to speak of today. They only ran for a total of 21, 28, 29 yards total on the ground today. That was it.
This is with Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, AP ran 5 carries for 7 yards. Did he go out in that game? Was he injured?
I guess he did. I don't know.
Because Jamal Agnew had 11 yards, and that was it for the Lions. I mean, Matthew Stafford had 10 yards rushing. So I mean, that's how bad the Lions rushing attack was.
Stafford's one of the probably the leading rusher this year.
So I mean, it was bad for the Lions, really bad. Let's see what else we want to do here.
Ow.
You talked a little bit about Joe Burrow beating up on the Titans. What do you guys think of Tennessee? They're like a hot and cold team. One week they're playing good, next week they're playing bad. I mean, Cincinnati was in control of that game the whole way today. And I mean, they went out, they scored, they were 17-7 at the half. And they never looked back. I mean, they finished when they win 31-20. Joe Burrow once again shows Tannehill was 18-30 for 233 with 2 touchdowns and a pick. That's pretty much par for the course for Tannehill. That's what he usually does every game. Okay. Burrow is 26-37 for 249 and 2 touchdowns. No picks.
Awful.
Is it fair to say that Joe Burrow just about has Rookie of the Year wrapped up?
I don't know. There's a guy in LA that may take that as well, because Justin Herbert's playing out of his mind too.
That's true.
Okay, it's going to be between those two guys.
Definitely should be between those two.
It's going to be between those two. Yes, I mean, there's other rookies out there, but right now Burrow and Herbert are the 1 and 2 guys in the NFL, and as far as rookies are concerned, in my opinion. So with Joe Mixon out, Bengals went with Giovanni Bernard. Remember that guy? Giovanni Bernard?
Yeah.
He's still
Giovanni Bernard.
Still playing. He had 62 yards and a touchdown. AJ Green, only 2 catches for 19 yards. What's going on?
Hang him up, buddy. Hang him up.
I mean, he used to be a fantasy gold back in the day, but
yeah, he was fantasy gold 5 years ago.
Before all his injury, right?
Yeah, and he's not a spring chicken, and he got hurt. And everybody's whatever. Cares.
So Tennessee's 5-2. Bengals are 2-5-1. Tennessee's still in the lead in that division, but the Colts are coming up strong on them.
Tennessee should win that division, I believe. I don't see anybody else.
Again, but they're hot and cold, though, Kenny. That's my criticism.
I didn't say they're going to run away with it. I just said they should win it.
That game against Pittsburgh, they should. I mean, the way they were playing leading up to that game, they should have been better. But no, they did. They laid an egg, and then they come back, and they beat up on Buffalo, and then they go to Cincinnati, get beat up by Cincinnati, for goodness.
Let's remember how they beat up on Buffalo. Okay, I think that's very important to note. Why I've always said Tennessee is a poverty franchise and the most overrated team in the league. They put the Buffalo Bills and basically everybody in the league on pause with all the COVID stuff they were doing.
True.
Buffalo didn't know who they were playing. They didn't know until about 72 hours before if they were even going to play the game.
Right.
So, yeah, they beat up on Buffalo because Buffalo was preparing for 2 teams in 1 week. They didn't know who the hell it was. Okay, Buffalo, they got their butts kicked, whatever. But it's kind of hard to buy into the hype when your quarterback is Ryan Tannehill. I don't care. He's not that good. A.J. Brown is good. Derrick Henry is a beast. Who else? Ryan Tannehill doesn't scare me. Sorry. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, but this is not the Miami Dolphins, Ryan Tannehill.
I don't care. Vrabel's a Patriot DNA.
He was a good quarterback in Miami. I think he's done even better in Tennessee.
He has.
Oh, he has done. He's done really good.
Yeah.
I just think I think they're overrated. It's kind of like I think, like Odell Beckham Jr. was overrated. He's never going to play again, I don't think. Good.
Yeah, that whole rumor is going on again. That was his last game for Cleveland, so that's how that talk is going on too.
Yeah. And Tennessee has never been fined for all the indiscretions they did.
No, I think the league's going to fine them like $350,000. I think is what.
Yeah, because that'll teach them.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you and me paying $1. It's nothing. all the rule breaking and the parameter breaking, and they didn't follow the rules as far as protocols as far as COVID is concerned. So that's and Tennessee should have gotten punished harsher, a lot harsher than they did.
Speaking of white punishment, the guy that took Andy Dalton out of the game last week was only fined $12,000 and not suspended at all.
Yeah, what the hell's up with that? Did you guys?
I have no idea.
I mean, the guy.
That should have been at least a 1-game suspension, if not 2.
I mean, he went for
his
head.
Came in.
He lowered his helmet, went for his head. I mean, that was one of the. That was a grotesque.
He did get kicked out of the game, but that was it.
Oh.
Ban them all.
Right.
I agree. That's scumbaggy. And I love Andy.
So Atlanta, Thursday night.
Hey!
Pulled a victory out of the shadows of defeat.
Hey!
Held on to win a game against Carolina.
It's the best game they played all year. They actually held on to win.
Absolutely. Oh, God. And, of course, San Francisco.
Carolina kind of fell apart in the second half. Carolina kind of fell apart in the second half.
Yeah, they did.
They've been pretty good, but Atlanta picked it up. Carolina didn't have a response.
Well, Matt Ryan threw for 281 yards. He didn't get a touchdown pass, but Todd Gurley, he did run for one, and Gurley had a touchdown as well. But it was. They were actually able to hold on and win that game. The kicking game actually worked out for Atlanta in that game.
Yeah.
Looking at the Panthers, Teddy didn't have a good game. He 15 and 23 for 176 yards. He did not have a good game at all. And a pick. So it was not pretty. It wasn't pretty for Carolina.
His pick came last possession. They were driving down trying to get the tie.
I don't remember. I think so. I think that's what it was. Yes, it was. Yeah. Yes, it was. Yeah. And so Carolina's 3-5, Atlanta's 2-6. They're looking up at the Buccaneers and the Saints right now.
Mm-hmm.
But Carolina's 3-5 is sketchy because they're not. For some reason they just can't get out of their own way. They're missing McCaffrey big time on that team right now. They're missing Christian McCaffrey big time.
Yes, they are. I don't know when he'll be back either.
He's done for the year, right? Or no?
Yes. No. He's not done for the year.
I haven't heard anything about
No, he's not done for the year. They're going to get him back in a couple of weeks.
More weeks.
Put him on IR, but it wasn't the full season IR. It was the in-season IR that they have in place now. So, don't count on Todd. Brett says don't count on Todd Gurley. You know what, Brett? Todd Gurley's not having a bad year. Todd Gurley is the bright spot on that team right now. He's actually having a decent season.
One of them, yeah.
Yes. So, yeah.
Don't you hate on Julio?
Yeah, he's hitting on Todd Gurley. I'm not hitting on Julio. Julio has been a beast too. But their defense hasn't been able to help them hang on to leads this season. That's the big problem, as has been the MO. And
Todd Gurley has a screen grab of the year, trying to keep from scoring right there the
yes
last week, trying to get all the way down to the goal line.
I feel so bad for him. He tried so hard not to score. Tried so hard not to score, but the defender, tripped him up, and he actually landed right on the end zone line. It was hilarious.
Oh
man, we got a minute 47 left in OT here.
I'm waiting for this. Then I got a whole bunch of garbage to talk about.
Okay.
Okay.
I got Will Lutz on my fantasy team, so I'm like, just care. This is all I care about. Get me some more points, even though I'm up 184 to 71.
Oh, I dropped the ball. I picked up Miami's big receiver on my fantasy team.
Miami's big receiver, dude. That's like an oxymoron, right?
Yeah, I know. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
That's how big he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking about going as that as my Halloween costume last night, putting on a Packers cap and a Lions jersey and going as the oxymoron.
Yeah, I picked up Devontae Parker off waivers and forgot to put him in the lineup.
The guy I was playing didn't put Zach Moss in for his running back.
I mean, he only had 7 points, but still, he would have given me. You know, I mean, I'm down 60 points at this point, so I don't care now.
It's a great day for drinking beers.
Yes. What else is going on? You're waiting. You're just waiting for that.
I'm just waiting for this to finish, and then I wanted to bring up something that Brett talked about that I think is a good thing to discuss this Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We're just sitting here watching Drew, Mr. Highest completion percentage, but he seems to throw at people's shoestrings.
You ever watch Drew?
Alvin
Kamara is a beast.
The guy actually goes up on his tiptoes when he throws the ball, so he can see over the line. When he throws the ball.
Oh, dude, Alvin Kamara, man.
While we're waiting on the Bears to lose, how about a shout out to the Los Angeles Dodgers for finally winning a World Series? Sorry.
Shut up.
Shut up. Why do you hate that? Oh, they played Tampa Bay. That's right.
Tampa Bay.
That's how much I freaking care.
I hate the freaking Dodgers as much as I hate the Yankees because.
Why do you hate the Dodgers? What have the Dodgers ever done to you?
No.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Like, I understand you hating the Yankees because they're in the same like league as you and stuff, but
Yeah, everybody hates the Yankees.
Nah. Dodgers are just yeah. And while we're waiting on John, we lost an icon in the entertainment industry.
Yes, we did.
That's actually someone I know.
The obituary of the week.
James Bond.
Mr. Sean Connery.
Mr. Sean Connery.
The Rock.
Yeah, I know what I liked his later roles too, in The Rock and Hunt for Red October and
Hunt for Red October, he was awesome.
Yes. I mean, it was just phenomenal. And
be careful, there's things here that don't react well to bullets.
Yes. and Baldwin's impersonation of him was actually rather funny going when he did after that. But Sean Connery was an icon to me growing up because I was a huge James Bond fan. I still am to this day.
He is the epitome of James Bond.
Yes. And Daniel Craig does a very good job. He's the closest to Sean Connery of all the other ones that did it. But Sean Connery is and always will be the best Bond ever. 90 years young. And of course you can never one of the roles you can never forget is his role in The Untouchables. That was just one of his most iconic roles.
Oh yeah, Untouchables. Totally forgot about that.
Supporting act. He won an Oscar for supporting actor for that role. I mean, he's just great. Even down to his role in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves at the end as King Richard. It was great. So, but no, it's Janelle talking baseball now. We're going back to it. Sorry, Janelle.
All right.
The Dodgers winning the World Series is just okay, whatever. And let's move on. Sorry.
Horror Chicago. Anywho.
Horror Chicago.
Did you pick to win it, John?
Beautiful. Sorry, Janelle. This is they know how much I love baseball. Like
John hates baseball, college football.
They try to sneak stuff in when I'm not paying attention.
Nothing going on in the NBA now because it's over with and there's really nothing.
Oh, wait, a little bit of NBA news.
Yeah.
You'll see here.
Yes.
Rumor has it, guess where they might be playing if they can't get this COVID stuff under wraps?
Buffalo, right?
Buffalo.
Yes, sir. I love it. Let's go. The only team I hate in Buffalo now is the Sabres and always will. Okay, the Buffalo Jays, I'm okay with. The Buffalo Raptors, I'm okay with. Fine with me. Let's go to North Tonawanda Fords. Go to the Walden Gallerias.
Yep. So that was the four o'clock games are over.
Okay.
Denver beats the Chargers 31-30 in the last minute.
Yep.
Wow.
Seattle beat San Francisco 37-27, which was never a doubt. And New Orleans wins in
37-27?
overtime 26-23.
Wow.
Lutz is
San
awesome.
Francisco made a game of it.
Yeah. And John, you had something to say?
Yes. So, reading our awesome audience, I saw that a question was brought up by Mr. Brett. He talked about, will Fuller go to the Packers? This is where I want to frame for you guys. You know, trade deadline is this week. It's coming up.
Yep.
Mhm.
What moves do you think will happen? What do you think your team should do? Because you know what? This ain't the NFL from like 20 years ago. Like, trades happen all the time now.
Yep.
So what do you think's going to happen? What do you like to see happen for your squad? And which teams do you think are going to blow up and have the fire sale?
I had someone ask me this week if the Cowboys will be a seller, and I don't think so because they don't have anybody that's worth anything.
Well, they cut everybody, right?
They cut everybody, yeah. I don't see them doing anything in the trade market. They don't have anything anybody wants, and if you listen to Mike Greenberg on ESPN, he thinks that Jerry's getting ready to blow up the entire team, which I think is absolutely ludicrous. I don't think he's going to.
To
I don't
include
know what's
getting rid
going
of
to
Dak?
happen. But I'm sorry.
To include getting rid of Dak?
Yes, he thinks he will trade Dak. He thinks he will trade Zeke. He thinks he'll trade Tank Lawrence. He thinks he'll trade everybody, blow up the entire team.
Well, Jerry Jones is
all
an
over
idiot.
again.
He's just a freaking idiot.
He's an idiot, but he's not that much of an idiot.
I don't think
he's crazy, but he's not that
he's got
crazy.
too much pride, man. He wouldn't.
Absolutely.
He
got
won't
more
do that.
pride
He'll
than-
always say they got a chance,
I don't think
especially
he's
in
gonna
that
blow it up.
division.
I don't think you'll blow it up. I mean,
No.
there's not a Herschel Walker trade out there right now. It's not going to happen.
Well, especially in that division. Like the Philadelphia Eagles are what are they, 2-4-1? And they're
Yeah.
I mean, don't blow it up.
And they can they can win and the Eagles can take control of the division if they beat the Cowboys tonight. So
that's depressing.
They'll take control, and I think that will happen.
3-4-1. Jeez. Depressing.
I don't know what's going to happen. I know the salary cap is going to be an issue next year. It's going to be lowered a little bit because of the COVID virus. How much of a factor that's going to be is anybody's guess, but I just can't imagine him going freewheeling.
trying to get draft picks, trying to get capital for Dak and
somebody.
Yeah. As far as the Browns are concerned, I'd like to see them go after a solid defensive back or safety to shore up that defense. There have been rumors also that they're looking at Adam Thielen from Minnesota to try to get him, which would be a good pickup for the Browns. The Browns need defensive help more than they need offensive help at this point.
And this is why I wanted you to talk about this.
Yes.
Because of something that just happened with one of the 4:00 games. The Chargers lost.
Yeah.
Does Ingram become trade bait for the Chargers?
Ingram, which Ingram?
Melvin
Ingram.
Defensive end.
Melvin Ingram. I would love to have another defensive end
because they just lost, right? So they're 2-5 now, right?
Yeah, because that would not be a bad idea because he could complement Myles Garrett and maybe take away those double teams that Garrett keeps getting this year too. So I wouldn't be objective to that.
I personally would love to get it.
Yeah, I mean
that was the rumor. Like I listened to all the Bills podcasts throughout the week, right? And that's like the big thing. It was like, man, if we could get Ingram, that would be great. And I was kind of hoping, crossing fingers, that the Chargers would lose this weekend, and they did. So that's why I wanted to bring it up because this is like, it's not the NFL of 20 years ago where dudes start their career and end their career with the same team.
Right.
Like the Browns need help. right?
Yeah.
And these are like the Browns are they're in a tough division, obviously.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to win that division when you got Pittsburgh and Baltimore to face it twice
Right.
every year. I
But
mean,
you're looking at a
They're not gonna
wild
win the
card
division.
spot.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
A solid wild card spot. You're what, 2 and 3, 5 and 3 now?
Mhm.
5-3.
So 5. So you're not like, you're right in the hunt.
Yeah.
So
Plus,
do the Browns
they're
go and
extra
do
wild
something?
card spot this year too.
I mean, we're 5-3, and Baltimore's 6-2. Baltimore, hang on.
They've lost 2 in a row.
They've lost 2 in a row.
2 in a row or 2 out of 3.
They're 5-2. Baltimore's 5-2. They've already had their bye week, so it's fine. They're 5-2.
Right.
And
What kind of a play did Miles get hurt on?
it
so
was
he tweaked
early
his
in the.
knee,
I think it was early in the game. He just said he tweaked a knee. He didn't say what play it was on. I think someone hit him or someone dinged him, and I mean he was. I mean, it was to a point where he was only in on third down at that point. After that, so he wasn't able to play his full repertoire. Marquise Brown expresses frustration with lack of involvement following. Yeah. Did you see that tweet that he sent out? When you got soldiers on your team, you don't use them. What's up with that, or something like that? It was. He's being self-centered and egotistical is what he's doing. He's just basically complaining because he wasn't getting the ball or something.
I really wish football players would quit comparing themselves to soldiers.
Yeah, I would.
That's
That's just me.
Adam Shine just tweeted, imagine if the Bears had a quarterback or a coach or a GM or a clue.
Adam Shine. I hate his
Love
voice,
Adam
but he's
Shine.
hilarious. Yes.
Oh, I love Adam Shine, man. Shine on sports, man. Bills open as 3-point
if they lost, what does that do to the division? Because at least they're not tied to the Packers anymore, then, right? Packers regain the lead.
No, Packers lost too.
Yeah, I know. Are they still tied with the Bears then?
Yeah.
I didn't get to see the standings before the
NFC
game.
North. No, the Packers are 5-2. The Bears are 5-3. So the Packers have to have the division again.
That's right, because the Packers have had their bye week and the Bears haven't.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, the AFC North, you got the Steelers at 7-0, Ravens at 5-2, and the Browns at 5-3. Then you get the Bengals at 2-5-1. It's so hard for the Browns if they can't up their game and get. I mean, if they don't fix that defense, they're not gonna make the playoffs. That's my opinion.
Well, I still think they can get a wild card because there's an expanded wild card team this year. The 3 wild card teams instead of 2.
Yeah, it's expanded. Yeah, 7. Yeah, the next 3 games they have against the Texans, Eagles, and Jaguars. They got 2 straight home games with the Texans and the Eagles, and they put the Jags on the 29th in Jacksonville.
They should be able to win.
They should be able to win at least 2 of those games, at least 2, if not all 3.
Brett, Des Bryant is AJ Green.
Des Bryant does not help the Ravens. He's still on their practice squad. He's on their practice squad. I don't know. He's been out of the game for 2 years.
He won't be activated.
I wish him luck,
late this month.
Antonio Brown, I think, will make an impact.
God help us all.
He will. Love him or hate him. He will. Hey, check this out. How's this for the next 5 games? Bills hosting the Seahawks next Sunday.
Ouch.
Then Bills at Arizona. But wait, there's more. Chargers at Bills, which is probably about the only game we should win. Then we have the Bills in San Francisco, followed by primetime game, the Steelers at the Bills.
Ooh.
Wow.
If we go 2 and 3 in those 5 games, I think we're good. If we make some roster changes, we potentially could go 3 and 2. Potentially.
Yeah, the Browns have the Texans, Eagles, Jags, and then they play the Titans in Tennessee.
I love it.
So
the Steelers and the Bills, is that Sunday night game or Monday night?
It's a Sunday or Thursday. I can't remember. It's not Thursday. Sunday or Monday.
Last 4 weeks, they got the Ravens, then the Giants and the Jets, both at FedEx in the Meadowlands. Okay, so they got back-to-back games in the Meadowlands against the Jets and the Giants, and they finished Week 17 in Cleveland against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So it's gonna. Yeah, I mean, oh God.
You can beat the Giants and Jets in your sleep.
Yes.
Man.
But also, the Jets are going to win a game this year. I could
I
see
doubt the
them
Jets win
definitely
anything
going
because
16.
the Jets are so bad. I doubt they win anything, to be honest. I really don't. I really don't.
They would have a hard time beating the Pottstown Firebirds right now.
They'd have a hard time beating any the
Rutgers.
Florida State Seminoles at this point. So I mean, come on. No, Brett. Des again. Go back to that. Des doesn't. I mean, Brett. Des does not help the Ravens at all at this point.
No,
I don't
not
know
right
that.
now.
I don't know that he'll get off the practice squad, to be honest with you, because it's been so long since
If
he's
he
played.
does, it'll be the week after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It won't be before then.
What's so funny, John?
Skip Bayless, just
Oh, God.
awesome to follow on Twitter because he says the stupidest things. But
What did the mouth from Dallas say now?
Benjamin Anthony DiNucci's initials are bad.
Oh God!
So will he be bad?
Just like your show, Skip. It's bad.
Or bad is in dangerously good. Without blocking or tackling, awful is a better bet.
Skip, just give up, dude. Just give it up, Skip. Come on, dude.
Skip.
The guy is he's a troll. He's a troll.
That's my Shannon Sharp
impression. You've seen the cooking shows from Chicago with Rick Bayless, haven't you?
No.
That's Skip's brother.
A cooking show?
Yeah. His brother is a chef, a world-renowned chef.
So, Kenny, what's going on with your Wolverines?
What's going on with who?
Your Wolverines. Michigan.
Oh.
They lose to Michigan State yesterday?
They lost to Michigan State. Harbaugh
is rumored to be the next head coach. Harbaugh is rumored to be the head coach of the Detroit Lions if they get rid of what's his face in Detroit.
I'm sure the Lions are really eating that up.
All right. Harbaugh is he's just blowing it. I mean, he really
does not. They have not offered him an extension on his contract. They have not even talked about it. You got one more year after this year on it, and
you know what? If he doesn't beat the Buckeyes this year, he may be gone before that last year.
Oh, I don't think there's any question he will be. I don't think there's any question.
Yeah.
My biggest concern is if they get rid of him, who do they go after? Because
right. I
mean, I have no idea.
Michigan hasn't beaten Ohio State since before Harbaugh got there. So I mean,
right. He has not beaten Ohio State yet.
Yeah.
He's only beaten Michigan State once or twice.
Yeah. Including
he's 1-6,
including that 1-6 at home 5 years ago.
Yeah, he's 1-6 at home against Ohio State and Michigan State, and undefeated against everybody else.
You got to beat those two teams. And, you know, it's the big thing. You got to do it.
I don't know what to make of him. I really thought he was going to be the answer, but they changed questions on us.
Ends the college football segment of the show.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I just know that the Gators won because Whittle's on Twitter talking about it. Like, that's all I know.
Yeah. Jim Harbaugh is rumored to be the next head coach of the Detroit Lions if they fire what's his face?
Patricia.
Matthew Patricia.
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh is rumored. So I mean, so Detroit wants to continue to be mediocre. Is that the point? I mean, come
on. Dude, can we say that Josh McDaniels is like really overrated as an offensive coordinator?
Yes.
Can we say that? Like the only reason he was any good is because of Tom, who's the GOAT?
Mm-hmm.
See how I do that now? I can say it now. I feel no ways about saying it.
You know what? What's also funny is that the Browns Twitter wanted to hire him as head coach.
Wasn't he like going to sign and then like backed out?
Yeah.
Was it that a couple of years ago or something?
Yeah. He was scheduled before they hired Hugh. He was the guy they were looking at.
These guys are nothing without and see, this is what's funny is that we all thought it was the other way around, right? Like, didn't everybody think it was like Belichick was the dude? And like, I'm not saying whatever you want to call him a good coach, whatever, but Tom's doing pretty good.
Tom's doing great. He's thriving in Tampa. Yeah.
New England, not so much.
Right.
Poverty franchise.
Well, you got to admit, though, New England lost more than just Tom Brady last year.
Don't
They
care.
lost more than just,
Don't care.
That roster was decimated.
Don't care. They had the
drunk.
the top defensive player in the league. Okay, which I thought is the biggest joke in history because he's a bum.
Who is it?
Gilmore.
Oh, okay.
Gilly Lock. Anyways, he's the Vince Carter of the league. You know the history of Vince Carter? This is the thing. Vince Carter had all the talent in the world, but gave up on his team.
Yeah.
And what was his team? His team was this right here. Okay. He gave up. He gave up on the Bills. So he didn't have to get hurt. So he could sign this big offseason contract with New England when he left Buffalo. That last season in Buffalo, he didn't do anything. He wouldn't try. He's a bum. So whatever. Anyways, I'm allowed to now. Okay. Now it's settled in that we won.
Yeah.
And that the Patriots dynasty is over.
I would say it is, yes.
Say it.
I would say it is, yes.
Good.
Yes.
Let him rot for the next 20 years.
They may become the New York Jets or the next New York Jets too. So,
let them and the Jets. You know what?
Belichick is going to retire in the next couple of years. He's going to retire in a couple of years.
Out of all of the teams, out of the AFC East, the team I don't hate the most is the Dolphins.
Right.
It's I don't hate them.
Right.
The Jets and the Patriots.
You just don't like them.
I just don't like them. Right. Dan Marino was a little bit of a skadoosh. You know.
Who was it? Who was it that suggested this week that Belichick needs to be fired as general manager?
Is Belichick GM? Is he also going to do a role as GM?
I guess he does. I don't know.
I couldn't even tell you.
To me, but
I thought the owner and his kids were doing the drafting, and I mean Belichick.
I thought they were too. Maybe it was just a suggestion that he's got unofficial GM status.
Well, he's 65 years old, so it's getting close to him to walking out in the sunset. He's got his.
He should have left with Tom.
He's got what 8 or 9 rings at this point. I think 8 rings, including his term with the Giants.
Oh,
yeah.
He solidified his Hall of Fame credentials years ago.
Oh yeah, he's
got nothing more to prove.
Have a big asterisk.
Except the fact you can't win without Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying?
That's my asterisk. Because everybody was saying he's the greatest.
Oh, and the other big baseball news this week: Tommy Lasorda is now the manager of the Chicago White Sox. 76-year-old Tommy. I'm sorry. Tommy
LaRussa.
Tony La Russa, excuse me.
Tony La Russa.
76-year-old Tony La Russa is now the manager of the Chicago White Sox. What the hell is going on in Chicago?
That should make things interesting.
I don't feel bad, Brett. I don't feel bad for any professional athlete because they get to go out, and if they even make like $100,000 in a year, it's hard to feel sorry for them.
And also, on that Ravens news,
get your money though.
Their Pro Bowl tackle went down after signing a huge contract today too.
I hope it was guaranteed.
He got a broken ankle.
Whoa.
His name escapes me as does most names escape me.
Staley, right? Ronnie Staley
or whatever. Yes.
Staley.
Went down with a broken ankle less than 4 days after he signed his.
I think he's got guarantee though. I'm pretty sure.
I would think so.
Yeah. In 2020, these dudes are getting guarantees. Like it's not like.
Good point, Brett. The Mets have a new owner.
Yep.
Mets are relevant. Are they still?
Mets are well, it depends. He's the richest owner. He's now the richest owner in baseball right now.
Who?
Steve Cohen.
Steve Cohen.
Oh, Rogers beats him. We're the richest owners in baseball. Don't ever forget it. You don't know about it because
they just won't spend money.
We won't spend money. But Rogers is a little bit of a sizable company.
Yes, Janelle can relate to that. They don't spend money.
Billions and billions and billions of dollars these guys make.
That's all Canadian money.
They don't spend a dime. What a waste. Anyway, sorry. Who cares? Who cares, John? Who cares about baseball? John, don't get angry. That's why I don't like baseball. It's not that I don't love. I would love to see the Expos in Montreal. I
Yes,
love it.
I know.
I would probably convert to a Montreal Expos fan because the Jays are utterly frustrating. The owner owns the TV rights to Sportsnet in Canada. So all the time you get all this Jays propaganda on all the sports networks up here.
And
To be
Leafs?
honest, I don't buy cable anymore, so I could care less.
Yeah.
Well, not the Leafs. No. Rogers Sportsnet owns Sportsnet. Rogers owns it. So you hear all this Jay stuff. It's like, okay, hey, how about this? How about you put some money into the team?
Right.
How about, did you see that? And they ran Anthopoulos out of town. Does anybody remember what Anthopoulos did when the Jays were on those runs with the bat flips and everything in like 2015 and stuff? They got David Price, Troy Tulowitzki. They got all these dudes, and they
Maker of rain.
Dude, Josh Donaldson was like at the peak of his career, dude. He was amazing to watch. You had when I knew it was going wrong when they didn't re-sign Edwin. That's when I knew.
Carcione, yeah.
When they didn't re-sign Edwin,
he was like, Cleveland after that. Yes,
I was done. I was done with the Jays because this is the stuff that Jays fans put up with. It's what we put up with, and it's ridiculous. It's stupidity.
Yeah, Janelle
until
only
they start spending some of those billions. Sorry,
Janelle only watched 2 games this season. Oh wow,
because she's fed up.
Yeah, that's bad.
And that's the frustration with this rich, massive company that has more money in a minute than we will see in our 10 lifetimes.
That's what amazes me is how many arenas have Rogers on their
Every arena in Canada is named Rogers. That's how big this company is. You see it, Ken. So this is why, for me as a fan, to back them. Oh, we got tons of talent, Janelle. It's fine, but yeah, they're babies. They didn't imagine if they treated Jose Bautista with a little bit of freaking respect, and they would have gave him some money just to sit around, even if he was on the back of the bench, just to be there for the kids.
Yeah.
Oh, they got all this talent, but just like you said, they're babies, and it's like, spend the damn money, man. Like, get an ace, spend the money. Thank you for listening. Dude, it's not that I don't want to talk about baseball. I love the sport. I truly do.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the frustration of the owners, and they ruin it. Like, I totally get you, Ken, how you could be just like this with the Cowboys because you got this Danant owner. Like, it's just like, just
with AT&T on the stadium.
AT&T on the stadium.
Yeah, just like Rogers. I'll be honest with you, until the bubble season started, I didn't know that Edmonton's arena was named after Rogers. I knew that either
Edmonton,
Toronto or Montreal did.
Yep, it's Edmonton, Toronto, and Vancouver. Each of their arenas are Rogers Center, Rogers Arena, Rogers Place.
Amazing.
People, it should be against a lot of people to have that much money. What do you need it for? What do you need it for?
And
you're never going to spend it.
If you understood how bad their customer service was, how bad their cell phone service was up here, you would just be like, how do these people have all this money?
Yeah.
It's because in Canada,
you
have like 3 or 4 choices, right?
Being spent on customer service, obviously.
It's like Spectrum down here in Florida with the cable. They got.
Don't say that about Spectrum, man. That's Nosey's company, man. Nosey, he'll go to war for you about Spectrum, man. He loves him some Spectrum.
Who?
Nosey.
Oh, does he?
That's his company he works for.
Yeah. Don't get me started on them.
Hey guys, guess what?
Monopoly down here on the internet. I can't get any. There's nobody that compares to their speed, and I can't get Fios because Fios does not available in my neighborhood. So I'm stuck with Spectrum with 100 meg. I can go up to 200, but yeah.
Yeah. What sports venues do you enjoy the most? I have the massive memories of Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. I have massive memories of Fenway. I loved going to Fenway was an experience. Definitely Maple Leaf Gardens. I went to the Kingdome in Seattle, saw the Mariners play in the Kingdome.
I went to Safeco. I went to Safeco Field, and Safeco's magical.
Yeah,
I had
great. You can You can smell the garlic fries all over the stadium.
Nice.
Amalie Arena, which is I call the Ice Palace, where the Lightning play, is a really good venue to watch hockey. The fans, I mean, the place is filled up every time you go in to watch the Lightning play. It's 20,000 every freaking game. I've seen AC/DC in concert there as well, and which is really nice. And I have a very special memory of being able to attend a game at the Old Muni in Cleveland, the Mistake by the Lake, with my dad for a Monday night football game against the Colts back in 1988. Bernie Kosar, quarterback, and of course that was when Dickerson was still playing. Eric Dickerson, I saw him play. It was a great night. It was in September. The place, I mean, the place filled at 80,000 plus, and it was full for Monday night football. Back in '88,
at that time
in '88, that's a big deal. The stadiums weren't 80,000.
Yeah, at that time, the Municipal Stadium was the second largest stadium in the NFL, behind Coliseum, LA Coliseum.
Yeah, I mean, it's at 80,000 when most stadiums were only sitting like 50 or 60,000. So,
you know what arena surprised me the most?
What's that?
The SAP Pavilion, the Shark Tank in San Jose.
Yeah.
Watching a hockey game with rabid fans in California was a shock to my system, but it was pretty awesome. Like, pretty awesome. But let's be honest. Let's be brutally honest now.
Which stadium is the best one?
The greatest stadium on planet Earth to watch a professional football game is in the beautiful suburb of Orchard Park, New York.
I know
it is known now as the Bills Stadium.
Yes.
You have never seen a game until you've smashed those tin seats they got up in the bleachers. People are third down. I love that. Hey, thanks for listening.
By the way, I've actually been to a stadium that this game's being played at tonight. The Link. I've been to the Link too.
Nice I've been stadium. By the Link. I've actually been in Philadelphia and seen the Link, but I haven't been in it.
Too nice for them, but
too nice for them. That's all right. You know, back when I was a rabid Buccaneers fan in 2002, we shut down the Link and closed it down. Shut down the Veterans Stadium with a victory in the NFC Championship game, and then the following season we opened with a win in the Link. So we closed down the Vet and we opened up the Link with victory. Yes. So
I love it.
Yes.
By the way, they have awesome Italian sausage sandwiches at the Link.
Fenway's got good food.
I actually had a Philly cheesesteak in Philly. It's pretty damn good. Yes.
I've driven through Philly. I've never had a Philly.
I had an actual real Philly cheesesteak.
I did. I've been to Philly and I had a cheesesteak, but not from Pat's or Gino's.
No, I didn't go to Pat's. Mine was one of those. It was one of those trailers that would sit by the side of the road, and then but it was still good.
Oh, this was in a restaurant.
Yeah,
but I would love to. Gino's. I think some people say that Gino's is a little bit better than Pat's, but
they're always gonna be 1-2. It doesn't matter. You can flip, but you can each way 1 or 2.
They're across the street from each other. So.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we've eaten up another 90 minutes. Well, go ahead, John.
I got before we shut down. I'm going to get political. Good luck to you guys down there this week.
Thank you. Yes.
Have fun. Try not to create a new civil war. Just everybody in the other world, the rest of the world, please.
I'm going to shut down and just binge watch CSI for the next 3 or 4 days, so I don't have to worry about watching the crap on TV.
Please.
God.
Stay off of social media.
I did my civic duty yesterday. I voted yesterday. I'm done. I'm over. I don't want to. And I'm getting garbage mail every single day. You know, I could build a friggin'. With all the cardboard I'm getting, it's just bad. Yeah.
I'm getting 3 and 4 texts a day from people.
I'm getting texts too.
Have you voted yet?
Yeah.
Dude,
I voted
your
yesterday
country gets through the next 7 days.
I will be voting on Tuesday.
No, John, it won't be 7 days. It'll be the next 3 months because there'll be shit going on for the entire until. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy.
It is sad to say, I love your country, but it is not the United States of America.
Not this time. Not at this point. It isn't. No, it's not.
Untied.
No.
The untied states.
Good luck to
It's going to be. it's going to be a shit show for the next couple months down here. So just pray for us and wish us well and hope we get through it, John.
I hope you do, man, because you guys got a really, really awesome country.
Yes.
You just need to work some stuff out.
You think?
Hug it out a little.
You think?
Not as awesome.
Just hug it out a little. Hopeful, Janelle. Not really, though. Let's be honest.
Trudeau's looking to increase the population. We want to bring in 400,000 immigrants. I wonder if he'll accept Americans as wanting asylum in Canada.
Dude, I talk to my buddies about this all the time. Like, everybody that like hates Trudeau, it's not warranted. Everybody that loves him, it's not warranted. He's a politician.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be mouthpieces, and they're going to cater to who votes them in, and they're not going to cater to anybody else. That's what you get. So it's not as bad. It's not as good. Just this is what America should. Like, I remember when you guys would just like pass, like, the power would pass democratically. Here, this person gets it. Thanks. Shake hands. Now it's just like, dude,
it's a shit show.
Not more.
Because the candidates hate each other. They really do.
They do.
So I mean, it's going to be
the parties hate each other.
Yeah, it's going to be popcorn worthy. Yes, as Janelle posted, get your popcorn out because it's going to be a show. Oh God. Anyway,
I agree, Jennifer.
Yes. Yes.
It's they're people.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, great show.
Always fun. Good luck to you, America.
Yes. Yes. Pray for us hard. Thank you.
Good luck to you, America. We're rooting for you guys. You can do it.
All right. That's another Sunday night with the Sports Nerds. Thanks everybody for showing up. I appreciate it. On behalf of my buddy John and my buddy Ken, I am the Sports Nerd. Shout out to Elliot, who is resting and trying to get better.
Well, Elliot.
Physically, be well, get better, Elliot. He's feeling under the weather. Guys, great show.
Yeah, man.
We'll see y'all next Sunday. Thanks for showing up.
Hopefully.
Yeah, if the country isn't shut down, we'll be here. Okay, just saying.
Don't know what's really going to happen, but we'll see.
Full election results next Sunday night on the Sports Nerds.
Oh, dude. Oh, we're going to go over it next week, I'm sure.
Anyway, have a great week, guys. We'll see you then. Bye.
You too.
Later.
Bye.